We did it.
We made it through.
We made it. Season 1.
The wilderness.
Done. We made it through. We slodged through it.
Yes.
Season 1.
Season 1
done.
is done.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Kyle Phillips.
And my name is Leah Clark.
This is Sparking Chaos, A Journey of Thought with Kyle and Leah. And yeah, we're going to talk about episode 13, In Each of Our Hearts.
It's called In Each of Our Hearts?
That's the name of the episode.
Oh, I thought you were about to give us a speech.
Once upon a time.
In each of our hearts, there lies, and 7 years ago.
But yeah, it was a good episode, a good finale.
It was interesting. It left us on a cliffhanger.
It left us on a cliffhanger.
Literally a cliffhanger.
Did it?
Yeah, literally. Well, he was on a cliff.
Who was on a cliff?
Stain.
Oh yeah.
He's at. They've seen this 4 years ago. They're ahead of us.
But yeah, in this ep, All Might takes care of Nomu, or he had at the end of the last episode taken care of Nomu, and it kind of was like, okay, that's it. But Kuroguri and Shigaraki are still there, trying to decide, do we take this guy out? What do we do?
Right? They're just standing there just trying to decide. That's what bothered me, but it's whatever.
They're all just standing
they're
there.
They're just let's negotiate this right here on the battlefield.
All just standing there.
What are we going to do? Who's going to make a move?
That's right. Backup from UA arrives just in time, and then that's the end of season 1. We just kind of get some nice little wrap-ups, some good speeches and whatnot, some unanswered questions, and that's...
And some anticipation for the next season.
Segments for this episode are VA Shoutouts, Show and Tell, Patreon Q&As, Kyle vs. Leah quiz, and a Leah segment, My Hero ABC's Japanese style.
Japanese combo style. Happy family.
Here you go. And don't forget, guys, if you're listening or watching, make sure you spread the word, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Got to remind you. And
Patreon it.
Patreon it, yeah. All right.
Yay.
Let's start the ep.
Sparking Chaos! A Journey of Thought with Kyle and Leah.
And of course, we need to forever start with Show and Tell. Okay. I have a fun little thing. Now, I debated not doing this one just because Denki does have his shooter in this picture, and Denki in the show doesn't have his shooter yet. But I saw this, and I was like, oh yeah, this is really fun. But I got this at Anime Washington, so this would have been 2024, January 2024, I believe. Anime Washington. But it's me, and it's what is this, caricature style?
Yeah.
It's kind of small body, big head, so it's my head on Denki's body. And, I'm just standing there doing a cool pose, shooting some lightning, smiling, and I'm saying 1.3 million volts.
Boom.
And this is from Tiny Art Face Painting. But yeah, they were super cool. It's very well done, all in black and white if you're listening. But yeah, it's super cool. Thank you, Tiny Art Face Painting.
Yay.
What you got?
What I have is a toga Pez.
Where'd you get that?
Somebody gave it to me at a convention, and they actually made it, and it's a real Pez dispenser, and she shoots out pineapple Pez.
Oh.
And it's I love it so much. It's like a little Funko toga on top of an old school Pez dispenser, and you flip the top and take out a Pez.
That is intense. That's an intense flavor.
It's good. Pineapple's my favorite
Oh, really?
fruit ever. So
Have you ever been to Hawaii?
I have. Have you?
Yes.
It's amazing.
Pineapple in Hawaii is just incredible.
I don't think I ever had pineapple in Hawaii when I was in Hawaii. I know.
Fresh off the farm?
Never.
Oh, we would go and like you can just like pick pineapples and then you
Oh
take
my
them home.
gosh.
Oh, it was so good.
Did you live there?
For 17 years.
No, you didn't.
Too big of a number. I knew I shouldn't have gone with 17.
No.
But I like we stayed at like a, not a hotel, but
Like an Airbnb
yeah. Basically.
Situation.
And so we had to go out and get our own food and stuff.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was delicious. But yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, so if you're listening, yeah, it's just a yellow Pez, little green thing, and then a little toga. On
Little
top.
toga.
This looks like a little baby toga.
It is. It's a little Funko tiny toga. It's like the keychain.
Little tiny.
So I think they took the keychain top of the Funko keychain, and then glued it on top of a Pez.
What did they rip off the top of the Pez?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Let me see as I swirl around. It's definitely something because look, there's like little holes where someone used to stand.
Let us know. Someone do the research. That originally was. What did toga drain the blood of and turn into?
She was like, I want to be a Peds dispenser. I would like to be candy.
I would like to be candy.
Then everybody would eat me. Wait.
Whoa.
Hold
on a second.
I didn't mean it like that.
Anyway, that's show and tell. Check these out on Instagram. Spark and Chaos on Instagram.
On the gram.
Okay. Let's talk about the app.
It's cool. It starts off with them where we left off before, on the battlefield.
On the battlefield.
With All Might.
All Might standing there.
Like
steaming.
Playing chicken with Shigaraki.
It is. And this is like, I feel like the villain's kind of messed up here. Like, obviously we know we're not there on the ground.
Right.
We didn't just witness their ultimate weapon of destruction get blasted out of here by All Might, but I don't know, like he's bleeding, like I don't know. I feel like they should have just went for it. If all Shigaraki has to do is touch him.
Yeah, it was real weird. Like I was kind of disappointed in my side because I was like, dude, you have so much right now that you could just do. You could just reach out, touch someone.
Yeah, when Deku comes flying in, like boom, teleport Shigaraki's hand.
All of a sudden it works, but yeah.
Couldn't he just teleport his hand over to All Might?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I guess not. He got scared, but I don't know why. Because he was like, finally, symbol of peace. Like he didn't even give off any indication of why he would be scared.
I guess, I don't know. I guess, that's like when people they ask, like with Lord of the Rings, why didn't they just, the Eagles just fly Frodo to Mount Doom at the beginning? It's like, well, then there'd be no movie.
Right.
There'd be no book.
It's called the suspension of disbelief.
So, I guess, yeah, just for the sake of drama, it's like, we can assume, I don't know, they're just being overly cautious. I guess, I don't know, it's not that hard to believe, I guess. We're like, they had a plan, their plan went awry, so now they don't know what to do. I guess, if anything, it just shows the lack of, decision-making on Shigaraki's part, because it seems like Kuroguri defers to Shigaraki for decisions because he's not just like, Shigaraki, let's go. Like, let's do it. Here, put your hand through my portal.
Yeah.
He's like, we need to do this. We should do this. So I guess Shigaraki is he the leader, I guess? He's the leader.
Ultimately. Well,
But then he answers to someone else.
Then he what?
He answers to someone else?
Yeah, then I don't really know. Like, I know whenever I was there.
Organization is the League of Villains. They seem to be very discombobulated.
I think they're just kind of like, they're just like what do they call it? A ragtag group of villains that...
A ragamatag.
That are badass.
Yeah.
Like, they just search for the most badass villains and put them on there. And I think their whole purpose is to defeat the heroes and All Might and all that stuff. So... Because I know when Toga comes on, she like asks to be in it.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's not like they recruited her.
Oh, she showed up. How'd she find him?
I think she shows up with Dobby. So it's like her and Dobby walk into that villain bar, and then she's like fangirling out, and she's like, "Let me be in your League of Villains." And then I guess he was like, "Okay," and then she was. So
she could be a spy. They're like, whatever.
Yeah, he was like, whatever. But she was a fan of Stains. And so,
Stains.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Really?
She's a fan of Stains. She's obsessed with him. That's like her motivation. Like the way that he is, she wants to be. And I guess for some reason that's all it took. She was like,
They're like, okay.
my resume is I'm obsessed with Stain. And they're like, come on.
They're like, that's good. That's great.
And I know this dude, Dobby.
Yeah, I know this guy.
I know this guy. I'm obsessed with Stain. Let me in your league.
They're like, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait for season 2. Assuming Toga actually finally shows up in season 2.
Like at the end, but yeah,
Maybe at
it's
the
whatever.
end.
But I bet there's more villains in season 2.
Yeah, probably.
And then we'll probably learn more about the Shig and Stain. Maybe we'll get to see Stain, and then I'll know.
Okay, so she has to see Stain in action first, then she wants to be a
And
villain.
she's like, nee.
Okay.
Like, I want to do it. Yeah.
Okay, actually, we skipped something. The very beginning. I don't know how we skipped, or how I skipped this, because it
What?
kicks off with Denki.
You kind of kick off.
Oh, he kicks it off.
He doesn't really
He
kick
kicks
it
it off.
but he is there.
He's all dumb Denki, and this electric villain dude is holding him, and Denki's just in dumb Denki mode, just listening to the Wii lobby music.
Yeah.
And
He's just hanging out.
he's just hanging out. Momo and Jiro,
Actually kick it off, yes.
actually kick it off. Yeah. No, it's Denki. But yeah, no, Jiro almost does some cool. It's weird because she can manipulate her earlobe things like it's a muscle.
Yeah.
Like goes
She
down
makes
her
it-
leg, like ready to attack. But the guy somehow notices, like he knows her quirk. I don't know how he noticed.
I don't know how either.
Like I feel like that was a solid plan.
It was. And she was going to plug it into something, and all of a sudden they were like, busted. But then the narrator comes on. Is that President Mike? Is President Mike the narrator?
Yes.
Okay, well, he comes on and he talks about how she's able to attack solitary.
No, Momo says that. Momo's the one in her mental lines.
Oh.
She's like, oh yeah, she can attack without moving.
Oh.
I had a question in the pre-watch that I thought was interesting. So either, and you guys can let me know, let us know. In season 6, not to jump ahead, no spoilers, but Denki is put on the front lines of a battle because he absorbs the electrical attack
yeah.
of another enemy. So can he not do that right now, or is he? I think I can safely assume that Momo and Jiro don't know that he can do that.
Yeah.
So it's like, is Denki in his dumb state? He can't be like, oh, hey, dude, like, yeah, shock me. Who cares? Girls, it's fine. Attack him. I'll be fine. He can't do anything to me.
Yeah.
Does he know that, but in his dumb state, he can't articulate that? Well, he does look scared, though, so I feel like he doesn't know that. Like, is that a skill he develops, or is that just later Horikoshi's like, yeah, he can absorb lightning? Like, I don't know.
It sounds to me like it's something he discovers later. I don't know.
I guess that's something you wouldn't really. Well, but then how would you? I don't know.
Because I don't know how you would squeeze it in, like out of nowhere. Just be like, oh yeah, by the way. Like it seems like it's something that he's like, okay, let's develop this, as in he learns it or realize. Toga later discovers she can do things that are different that she couldn't before. So
Okay.
yeah, it could be a thing.
I just, unless I'm forgetting, I don't remember there being a moment where Denki learns that he can do this.
Yeah.
It just, season 6, he all of a sudden is like, I can absorb lightning.
You know what? That's how it is with Toga too. I don't think she's ever like, oh, I can take other people's quirks.
Just like off screen, they just learn these new
yeah,
things.
it's just like, and I don't think anybody. I think it was like a big reveal for people too, because I remember them being like, oh wow, now we know this. So maybe it's the same thing. It's like, yeah, they just decided later on.
Let us know down below.
Know.
Let us know. I'd like to know. We get some little Shigaraki moments more. Him scratches his neck. What is that? Just a nervous thing?
I don't know. That was really freaking me out
gross.
though. Like,
Yeah, I don't like that.
My sensory was going nuts.
What if the hands cover up
Decay.
like parts where he's scratched? Like he
Maybe.
scratched too much and decayed himself. Is that what he's
Oh.
doing? He's lightly decaying himself? And he's like,
He's trying. I don't know what this is. I think he's like trying to not decay himself.
You know what I just realized? Speaking of Shigaraki, remember at the end of the last episode, he's like, "Oh might," and then we hear a like the thing, like we
Yeah,
thought
he
it was
takes his
hand.
face off.
He didn't take his hand off in this episode. His hand was on his face the whole time.
Well, you see, he does. Yeah, you're right. He does that.
Yeah. So what
his
was
eyeball.
that sound effect?
Oh, that's weird.
What was that?
I don't know.
So many questions. Please enlighten us.
Somebody
wait,
just like
did-
fell asleep.
Yeah, no, we don't. We never see his face. So what was that popping sound?
It had to
Like
have
it
been
had like the fleshy sound. Like
he probably pulled it off a little bit because at least we see like his eyeball. But he had to move it.
But it led me to believe, and I assume others, that like, oh shit, he's taking his hand off.
That's what I thought too, honestly. I thought we were going to see his face.
Yeah.
Because we do see it eventually. Like he does like reveal, but
I feel like they dropped the ball. I feel like that was a ball dropped.
I think it was.
Or they purposefully misled us, which is bad storytelling.
Or it could be one of those things like it is explained in the manga and they just assume that we are following along.
Let us know, please. I'd
Let
love
us
to
know, friends.
He's scratching his neck, just destroying his neck.
Himself.
And then
This is so
I don't like
disturbing.
that. I don't like that at all. Kuroguri, again, continues to full name him for some dumbass reason. I don't understand.
I know. I don't either because I was like, well, maybe flaps, but wait, bitch don't have no flaps.
He doesn't have any flaps.
He doesn't have any. So there's no reason for it. He just likes to full name.
Tomura James Shigaraki. What should we do?
Esquire
the third. So weird.
It's really
I don't know
weird.
why he's
I don't know. He's my least favorite villain.
Let's do VA shoutouts because the
there's so
electric
many.
baddie. I cheated.
The electric fatty?
I cheated because I looked it up.
Oh, snap.
So far, all of these VA shoutouts, it's just my director ear being like, I know that voice. Sometimes I don't, but it's like a one line or like a lot of the rah rah I'm a villain. Like it's like, nah, I'm never gonna pick that out. They all sound the same. But this guy talked a lot, and I was like, I gotta know who this is. So this is the one that I looked up.
Okay.
I don't know who he is.
Oh, snap. Who is it?
Gray Haddock. Gray Haddock?
Gray Haddock? I have no idea.
Great voice. He sounded great.
Yeah. But
I've never worked with him. I don't know if you guys know Gray.
Haddock. Oh, can we Google?
Yeah, Google him. He's the electricity villain who's holding Denki at the beginning.
He's an American film producer. He's the former head of animation at Rooster Teeth, a production studio in Austin. Oh, snap.
I know Gray. Okay. Gotcha.
All right.
Because there was at one point a concerted effort to get the Rooster Teeth people in at Funimation.
Oh, really? Why?
Just,
for
a little
funsies?
symbiotic,
Yeah.
They're down there in Austin. Why not?
Yeah, that's true. Why not?
We've heard some of these voices, but now that we actually see them, wanted to give a more proper shout out. But we'll talk. We haven't gotten to it talking about in the episode yet. But SNIPE, who's like the best,
Dude,
has the best quirk.
That's the most cheatingest quirk ever. That's not even a quirk. That's a weapon.
He just has a couple guns.
This is my quirk, bitch.
Yeah.
Now what? Gun.
David Wald voices SNIPE. Who?
Does he?
Yeah, that's David
hell
Wald.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm gonna assume that he is criminally underused because, like, why wouldn't they just send SNIPE everywhere?
Right. Well, because he
Like
would.
every villain, they're like because the villains are always like, all right, now, and SNIPE's just like, all right, where's the other villains? Oh, that's it? Cool.
Yeah.
Like, he could just take out everyone.
SNIPE could be like literally a parody of himself. Like any situation where there's a battle or there's like this questioning of like, how are we gonna kill XYZ? And Uraraka is like, I'm gonna raise this person, and Nita's like, I'm gonna run really fast, and SNIPE's just like, bitch, come on.
Yeah.
Let's just shoot that one and that one. Done.
Lounging in his chair, just like.
Yeah. Where do you want to go to lunch now? Like, let's go. This is silly.
Anyway, yeah, that's David Wald. We've
him.
heard her. Now we get to, or actually, we did see her a couple episodes before. I think just her back, but Midnight, Elizabeth Maxwell. You can see some Midnight. But this is the first time we're hearing Cementos.
Yes.
Chris Rager. Cementos.
Chris Rager. He does have a very distinctive voice.
He does, but this is a little, I'd say, out of type for him. Normally, he's like, rah, I'm a big rah.
I mean, he was a big rock. He's a Cementos.
Well, not a big rock. I mean, big rah.
Oh, like a rar?
Yeah, because he's what? He's
Mr. Satan.
Mr. Satan, who's just big and brash. Oh my God.
What's the other one?
Arlong in One Piece, who's big and brash.
Yeah.
He's like big and brash. Like that's his
That's he does. That's what he does.
That's his wheelhouse.
And I feel like Cementos was big and brash.
Cementos is, hey kid, you should go back with the others. Like it's cool. It's cool hearing that like he still has that bass and gravel, but in a very controlled manner. So
That's true.
I like it. I think it's great.
I like it too. I love his voice.
We get to hear John Swayze. So we know he's all for one. I recognize John Swayze's voice in this app. It's mysterious voice.
Oh yes, mysterious voice from the TV.
Yeah, from the TV.
The hell?
But yeah, it's all for one. But then what's confusing is it's so again, we haven't gotten there yet in the episode recap, but Kurogiri and Shigaraki go back to the bar and they're talking to the monitor. We hear John Swayze, all for one.
And then you hear
we hear Mark Stoddard,
yeah,
who plays the doctor.
Yeah, at the very beginning.
So either the doctor actually is a bad guy.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Is
But that'd be so random.
He has
like all he did was just diagnose kids.
He has a quirk.
The doctor does?
Yes.
I assume it's just a second character because he is kind of gruffing it up just a little bit more.
I think he might be a villain.
The doctor?
I think so. Because I remember
the doctor,
or
does
the
he
very
play
beginning.
like a different doctor?
No. Well,
the doctor from the beginning.
Hold on.
He's a bad guy.
I think. So.
Let me just look this up. He got tired of being a pediatrician. He's just like, God, I hate this.
Maybe he was infiltrating.
Well, don't look it up if it's a spoiler.
What? Well, now it's just good. Well, I want to make sure I'm not remembering it wrong because sometimes my brain does that. Like it'll take certain memories and put it into another memory, and it's
okay. All right,
it's kind of crappy.
And then later, the reporter, member that was
who is that?
Alejandro Saab.
Oh,
Alejandro Saab.
That's how he sounds too.
That's how he does all of his audition slates.
Really,
no
Alejandro Saab.
He goes Alejandro Saab.
Really?
Every single time. Alejandro Saab.
Why is he doing that?
I don't know.
It's Alejandro Saab.
Alejandro Saab.
Alejandro Saab.
He's the reporter guy. We get to finally hear Felicia as Invisible Girl. Hagakure, I think was her name. Hospital guy. I have written down here hospital guy is Dave Trosco, who takes over for President Mike later in season 2.
Oh yes, he's the hospital guy.
He just has a couple lines, because
one
of the guys is like, "What's the status on so and so?" And we hear someone go,
"Who's the cat?"
He's going all right. Sansa, the cat,
yeah,
is voiced by one Z. Charles Bolton.
Oh, okay, that's cute.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
Interesting. Oh, and then a guy runs up with glasses, and he's like, "We found a guy who was apprehended in a wooded area."
What?
Remember, he was talking to one of the cops?
Oh, yeah.
That was Kent Williams.
Oh, Kent, who later comes in as Mr. Compress.
That's right. But yeah, a lot of voices. So I think now the only 1A student we have not heard is Greg Ayers. Kato, Kudo.
So he was in there, but he just wasn't in there.
We have not heard him.
Dang it.
Unless he's done a random reaction. I don't think we've heard him.
That'd be a pain. Could you imagine? Hey, we need you to come in.
Oh yeah.
For 15 minutes to breathe.
5 minutes. Or no, it'd be, oh, you're in for this other thing? Can you come be in one of the biggest shows of the year?
Yeah.
But just
we won't pay you extra for it. It'll just be there.
A lot of VA shout-outs. I was wondering if kind of the VA shout-out segment would kind of peter off. It almost did last episode. There was just one little voice, but a whole pile of people came in. But yeah, that's VA shout-outs.
Woohoo!
Boom. All right, back to the app. A lot of the episode, I feel like it takes up a decent chunk of time, is All Might sitting there, and he says at one point that he cannot move. I thought it was interesting. I feel like this has happened a few times in the show, but All Might's like, if I can't move at all, and if I move at all, then I'll revert back to Small Might, and then he immediately leans forward and is like, "What are you, a chicken?" It's like, okay, I guess he can move a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a big standoff. Shigaraki, Kurogiri are standing there against All Might. Deku's watching, and Todoroki, Kirishima, and Bakugo are nearby.
Yeah.
And it's just this Mexican standoff.
Everyone's
almost
on pause. That's the only thing that drives me crazy in general. But this was like shoving my face in it. It's
yeah,
huge villain, huge hero. They're feet away from each other, and they're just thinking about what they're gonna do.
that's just
They're
thinking
just
about it.
thinking about it.
Like,
and then
if
there's the other
anything,
dude.
that would have been the time to attack him, is because All Might hasn't caught his breath yet. He just barely beat Nomu. And they're like, let's give him some time to recover.
Yeah. No, dude, hit him while he's down.
Yeah.
Just like, whoosh, sweep, hand him.
And Kuroguri's the one who's like, no, like, let's attack him now. Like, look, he's obviously weakened. His side, he's bleeding here. He's bleeding, like he's tore up.
Yeah.
And then he says, these kids are frozen with fear. Our guys are I'm just at a loss for words today. The lackeys are recovering. Like, now's the time.
Yeah.
If I were... So Shigaraki, a couple episodes back, had no problem leaping at Floppy and Mineta and was going to decay them. Like, I feel like he could have... Hey, maybe going straight after All Might's a little dangerous, because maybe he's not as weakened as we thought.
Yeah.
Let's go for the kids. Because we can take them no problem, and if All Might jumps into action to protect them, we back off. He's not weakened, let's get out of here.
Okay,
but if he's like, no, don't. Oh, he is weakened. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that
would have been a better plan.
That would have been a better plan.
Like, if you're sitting there monologuing in your head, why didn't he monologue that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
So I don't know. Is that a failure of leadership, or is that a failure of counseling? Because, like, it appears Kuroguri is like an advisor. Mm-hmm. And so, but he points out some good points, but then he's not like, let's do this. He's just like, here are some facts.
Here's some facts. Here's what's happening. Here's what we
you
all
make a decision.
see.
You 19-year-old boy. Remember we learned Shigaraki's like a little boy?
That's right. It's so weird. And he, like, when you see him, sort of, he looks all wrinkly, so we think he's like, in his 40s, but damn.
This is not a good look for the villains. They really failed here.
It made us look like pansies.
Yeah.
Like, really,
pansies?
we're just going to stand there. Like, we're going to stand there and just going to wait it out, see what happens.
Do they go into action finally? I think they do decide to go for All Might, or they start to, but regardless, Deku flies into action. He uses all for one, or one for all to
fly.
Jump, and his legs.
His legs look
What'd
all
you say?
distorted.
It looks like he's doing what?
Oh, he looks like the eye fly.
Eye fly.
Yes, like those like simulators, the jumping parachute.
The skydiving.
Skydiving simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing that. He's like
his legs just
like the air is
him.
blowing and flopping him, and his face is like literally doing the blah, 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 blah thing. Yeah.
And so Deku totally ruins the element of surprise, because he should have just leapt, boom, got him. But instead he leaps
and
then
like
thinks in his
soars.
head.
Yeah.
And then instead of just punching, he goes, "You leave him alone, I'm gonna punch you in the face. How dare you try to attack the symbol of peace?" And it's like, maybe just punch him.
Right, but then Shigaraki is also just like
just
listening. Like, he's listening to it. He's like,
Well, he's being polite.
Yeah.
That's what it is about. In anime, they're all polite.
That's true. It's Japan.
Oh, you're jumping at me and you're gonna attack me.
Let me hear you out
And
first.
just in case you have something to say.
Yeah. Let me wait.
Let me wait.
All right. Let's move.
He does move, yeah. So Deku leaps into action valiantly, but he boneheadedly, instead of just punching, says a bunch of stuff, which allows Kuroguri, which we talked about, I don't remember if it was on the podcast or on the pre-watch, Kuroguri could have just teleported Shigaraki's hand to All Might, but instead he teleports it to Deku's face.
Oh, yeah.
And he's about to get decayed in the face.
And then what happens?
And then he gets shot.
Oh, right. By Snipe.
That's when Snipe shows up.
Snipe is...
What a great quirk. That's my new answer on panels.
Yeah, just
100%.
Snipe. Like, let's just get it over with, guys.
Yeah.
Done. Bye. You know...
And, like, because it's not just that he has a gun, like, because he's super far away, and he's using a pistol.
Right. And
a pistol's range is not very far.
But if you're Snipe...
you're like, okay, his hand, boom, got him. He shoots the guy holding Denki, boom, boom, shoulders. Like, and with a pistol, getting the hostage taker, not injuring the hostage, like, damn.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, okay, what
That's
else?
art.
He's just like, these guys, boom, 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 okay. Like, Snipe just lays it out. If he's not the number, like, if All Might's number one, Snipe's got to be number two. Like,
Oh, yeah.
That's insane.
I feel like Snipe should be number one. I feel like we're just being nice to All Might because we're scared of him for some reason.
Yeah, because All Might's like, Detra! It's just like...
I know, by the time, like, All Might gets out, like, the command,
Yeah.
like, Snipe's already done. He's like, whatever.
I want to make that anime where it's like all the typical cliches, like, and then
Snipe.
Okay, now what do we
Guys.
need to go do? Yeah.
Let's just go.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And 13's kind of that way, too. It's just like,
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that was great. So, Ida's...
weapon quirk.
Oh, gun, weapon. Oh, yeah, weapons. Is it just weapons or is it guns?
I think it's gun.
So this is the only downside of My Hero Academia. I'm so excited to not learn anything more about Snipe.
Right?
We're
Like,
never going to learn anything about
Like,
this
let's
guy.
just know that he's a sniper and that he bails us out when we can't figure out what the hell we're doing. Like, okay, I've
Why
got...
even include him? Like, that's in a world where there seems to be no weapons or like no guns.
Yeah.
Why would you include a quirk where a guy has a gun?
That's what I'm getting. I think it's the storyteller. Like, it's like, I need a bailout. Like, if this story isn't going anywhere, I need a freaking bailout. Snipe.
So then what conceivably be Snipe's downside? What's his weakness? What's the drawback of his quirk?
He runs out of bullets. Maybe he can only use it.
Oh, he like in a 24-hour period can produce only a certain amount of bullets?
Like you gotta wait.
Okay.
You gotta wait it out. It's like those Pokemon cards where you like hit it and then they lose the energy. It's that.
Okay. So if we get the idea, like, Todoroki says something to the effect of, like, oh, it seems the school's okay, but this camp, like, I don't think the school was very far. So Ida, boom, goes, alerts everyone, gets back in time. Snipe is part of the reinforcements. All the teachers are there, and they just start destroying. Like,
Yeah.
it's insane how quickly they take care of things.
Like now, it's like, okay, great.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
no, 'cause-
Snipes had it.
Snipes like boom, 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 boom. There's the big ones out of the way, and then the ectoplasm guy beats up a couple.
Yeah.
Midnight doesn't do anything. Nezu doesn't do anything.
Nezu's just cute.
President Mike is cool.
Oh, he showed, like, he did something. He, like,
he
flew
yelled.
and yelled. That's it.
That's it.
He
Because
yells.
he's the what's his name? Would that be weird for him? Does he ever do himself like me, Quirk, yelling? But like he oh, shoot, I used to know like he's the blank hero, the
microphone
super
hero.
sound microphone hero, megaphone hero, maybe
Megaphone
something
hero?
like that.
Let's see. The voice hero.
The voice hero?
Yeah. It's known as the voice hero.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's not. I feel like it's something else. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's all right. Let's get into some Patreon Qs and Patreon A. From Hadouken. What's that from?
Hadouken is from a anime called... Yes, it is.
Hadouken.
Oh, I don't know.
Down, down, forward, forward, punch.
Hadouken.
Hadouken. The characters Ryu and Ken and Akuma can use it.
Akuma is a devil in Japanese. It is from... Street Fighter.
Nice.
Yay!
Do you think if Toga were at the USJ, she would collect the blood that Aizawa spilled and pretend to be him whenever... what? Oh, pretend to be him whenever to get closer to Deku/Ochako.
Hell yeah. Oh, that is...
Hell yeah.
That is definitely, like... That is a smart move. That is a move that she would have adopted. She would have thought of that, like, long ago.
But what's the deal? So she could look like him, but she couldn't use his quirks because she's not in love with him.
She's not in love with him.
But she
doesn't
can look
love
like him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still very useful.
Oh, yeah. Like, she can still trick you. Like, that's dangerous.
That's dangerous.
Like, if somebody walked in here looking like somebody that I knew, but they just didn't go to the house that they lived in, didn't have their life, like, I would still believe it. Like, I would still talk to them.
Yeah.
And say shit. Like, that's terrifying. All right. Lee Can't Draw says, how much creative liberty were you given when it came to tweaking, improvising dubbed lines of your characters?
None.
And were there any improvisations or suggestions to the dub that made it into the final product?
Yeah, no, not really. You'll see every once in a while, like we a few episodes back, we reacted to the My Hero outtakes, and those are basically just people messing up. It's hard in general in anime to do improvised lines because it's like, here's the original Japanese, and then we're gonna make it fit, like with a Western, American
Adaptation.
audience in mind, so they can adapt it a little bit. But depending on the property, there's a spectrum of being able to really adapt, be a little more liberal with the adaptation. Like I directed a show called Megalobox season 2, and like it wouldn't have made any sense to try and be a little more liberal with the adaptation. But same kind of thing with My Hero. Like there are funny moments. I mean, like maybe I would change a line here or there, but like you trust the writer in that sense. Like it's like sometimes you'll have an idea that like, hey, can I try this or say this or let me do this read different. But yeah, I can't think of any kind of instance where.
Not in My Hero.
Yeah, not in
because
My
it's
Hero.
not. Usually, if it's adapted, it's for effect. You know what I mean? And usually that happens with humor, because the humor in Japan is a little bit different than ours. Like, for example, Japan uses a lot of puns and a lot of word humor, and Americans use a lot of sarcasm
Yeah.
and dry humor, and none of those cross.
Yeah.
So in order to get the reaction of a pun, ha ha ha, we might have to change it to like a, something more sarcastic or quirky.
And that's challenging when they also accompany it with a visual gag. Like, it'll be like, the joke is like, oh, you're sitting on a fish. And the joke is that the kanji for chair looks real similar
To fish.
to the kanji for fish. And so if they're just talking about it, you can write around that. But if it's like, a lot of times like, what? And like you'll see it
you'll
pop
see
up. And so you're just like,
visual.
God damn it, what do I do with this?
It's like, you just write it.
So you just
leave it.
or like you can, that chair is really fishy. Like, I don't know, you can kind of try and do something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, humor, comedies you get a little more creative liberties if the licensor is cool.
But this one's easily translatable comedy, I would say, on this level.
Yeah,
It's not doing anything too punny or too sarcastic. Like, it's just straightforward.
Yeah. So if I did, or if either of us did, I can't think of any moments where.
Oh, not here. Not in My Hero at all.
Not in My Hero.
They try to keep that as book as pass.
As book as pass. From Lexi Richter, what would be Denki's Spotify? What would be Denki's Spotify playlist and Toga's Spotify playlist?
Let's see. Toga's Spotify playlist would include anything. I feel like it would be a combo between like really hard rock, like death metal stuff, like just like and then just like some unhinged lesbian pop, like
Just Chapel Roan.
just Chapel Roan and freaking tattoo garbage, like all of that, just like unhinged stuff, plus like Metallica and like all that's just on the dark side of things.
Okay.
And and you would be like in her car and she'd be playing it, and like whoever's next to her would be like, wow, this is really unhinged and weird. We just went from what's that song? Oh,
Down with the sickness.
Down with the sickness. So it's like Down with the Sickness into HOTT. Like,
Just depending on her mood.
Yeah.
Denki would be pretty more basic, like college bro music. So he'd listen to like Dave Matthews Band, and he listened to Mouse Rat, Andy Dwyer's band from Parks and Rec. Pretty, Joe, that band Joe, that Joe Keery from Stranger Things started. DJO. He'd listen to Joe. Just kind of some cool, like, indie rock, some alternative. I think he's definitely a rock and roll guy, though. He plays guitar. So, yeah, I'd say, like, indie rock.
I could see that. Yeah. He strikes me as an indie rock kind of dude.
Yeah. A little bit of punk in there. He listened to some harder, like, some thrash stuff, but nothing too crazy.
I feel like he would enjoy a guitar solo. You
But
know, it's
like,
he.
but not like he wouldn't. I don't think he'd be a big Van Halen fan. He wouldn't be a fan of like technical solos. More like John Mayer or like Layla. Who's that? Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton. Yeah, more
Yeah.
more melodic guitar solos.
All right. You don't think he'd have like kind of like a, I don't know, like those club sounds also?
What?
Like I don't know. I picture him also listening to like club music, like
Maybe. Yeah, I feel like he listened to a lot of
laser
different music.
lights. I don't know.
Laser lights.
Like, you know, the stuff where there's
Rihanna.
like yes.
We found love.
Yes.
Yeah, he'd be down. I don't think he would really be against any kind of music.
Heba Sid 023 says, "Have you ever had imposter syndrome? If so, how do you deal with it? And how would your character deal with it?"
Imposter syndrome. Mm-hmm. So imposter syndrome is where you like, I don't belong here. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm in over my head.
Yeah. Like I'm fooling people.
Yeah, I get that sometimes. Because I'll interact with people like that I haven't interacted with in a long time, and they'll be like, like, what are you engineering these days? And like, I feel like a lot of people still view me as like an engineer.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I get that feeling a lot.
From who?
I'm not going to name names.
Oh, shit. Okay. But you feel that way. That's the
yeah.
imposter syndrome.
Sometimes, and so I'm like, yeah. I mean, am I still, in a lot of people's eyes, am I still the Kyle from 12 years ago? So that kind of, it's like, yeah. I wonder, especially in a world where I no longer get cast in anything. It's like, oh shit, maybe I'm not the voice actor I thought I was.
That's not true. It's just some petty stuff.
How do I deal with it? I just I just move on from it. I'm just like, maybe I'm not.
Well, you don't challenge the thoughts though. Like you don't think you don't say, "Oh, that's just me thinking silly stuff." Like you just ignore it.
I just ignore
Because
it.
that's not healthy.
Yeah, but it doesn't bother me. I'll it'll enter for
bother
a
you.
second. And I'm like, I don't know. Even if that is, whatever. I'm gonna
All right.
go. I'm gonna go.
So
to
you
the
just let it
convention.
go. Because you realize it's not going to affect your life in any way.
I think it also is because I don't put as much, like being a voice actor doesn't define me.
That's true.
So it's like, even if I do have these thoughts of like, am I considered a voice actor? Am I at this level of who I thought were my peers? It doesn't matter. I'm going to go be a father. Like, that's definitely more important to me
Yeah.
than like being a voice actor. Like, I never never mind. I was gonna be real catty. And how did your character deal with it? Imposter syndrome?
Yeah.
Denki?
Denki with imposter syndrome.
I think he knows. I don't think he gets imposter syndrome at all. I think he knows firmly where he is.
Yeah.
He's too. He doesn't not want to be a hero, but like he's chill being on the sidelines or being backup or assistant or like ranged fighter.
Yeah, he kind of likes where he's at.
Yeah, he likes where he's at.
He's not like,
He's chill.
he knows he ain't no Chaco,
Yeah.
but he's fine with
Yeah,
it.
he's fine with it. Yeah, he's chill. What about you? Ever get imposter syndrome?
All the time.
Really?
All the time. Yes. Yes. Like, it also like sneaks up out of nowhere too. Like, I'll be at a con in like literally midday line signing autographs, and I'm like, this isn't real. It's just me, guys. Like, come, I can't do this. I can't. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I gotta break. Like, it's that sometimes.
Okay.
And sometimes I feel like when people are really excited to see me, I don't know, I sometimes feel like the need to like calm them down and be like, listen, this is all fake.
This is all fake.
It's not real. It's just me. Anyway, but yeah, sometimes like that I do. And to get over it, I don't know. I have to think about myself in that position. Like, if I were to meet Kristen Chenoweth or something, like, I know I know her backstory is the same. Like, she's a girl who loved to do this and went to school and did these things and auditioned and did all that stuff. And, like, now this is part of her job. Yay. But I would still be like, oh, my gosh, I love you because I'm obsessed with this and it just resonates. So I get it. And I have to think about that. And and then I go towards, let me make this moment for somebody versus, crying about how I'm lying to everybody. Toga, on the other hand, man, she has, I don't even know.
Her quirk kind of is imposter syndrome.
She is imposter syndrome. Like, I think she has it. Actually, no, she doesn't have it. Because
well, so she joins the League of Villains, and is she like, I'm one of them? Or is she like, I'm hopefully someday? Or like, is she ever like, I'm in over my head or anything like that?
No.
She doesn't.
She wants to belong and wants to have friends so bad. And what she relates to is the violence. She doesn't understand love. She's never seen that before. So she understands passion and love and want and intensity through violence. And that's why she resonates with Stain. And then the villains, of course, so once they are like, oh yeah, you can be in our league and we'll count on you to do XYZ, like to her all she's resonating with is like, oh, I have this group. So it's very like gang member mentality, actually. Like, Toga's a gang member. She's a little gangster.
Okay, she's a little gangster.
She is.
I like
she's
it.
like there to like defend the fam.
There you go. Well, that was, we went a little deep on that question.
I know, I didn't mean to, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. No, I did as well. Let's finish on a lighter one. Okay. Rune Wolf, which Wizard of Oz character do you think fits you personality-wise?
Oh, Wizard of Oz.
So I guess we could say the Oz universe.
Okay, I was going to say, there's a difference. Oh, God, Elphaba. Like, 1,000%.
Elphaba.
Yeah, she wants to do good things, and that bitch is misunderstood. But she's standing by it, and she's just like, all I know how to be is me, so I'm just going to be that. And I don't want people to get upset about it, but sometimes they do, and there's just nothing I can do. And so sometimes they villainize you, and they make people think that you're the bad person, but you're just being you. You have good intent. Maybe you just have ADHD and don't know how to socialize well. I don't know. What do you?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Have you seen Wicked? Do you know it?
I've seen Wicked.
Okay.
I haven't seen the new movie.
Oh yeah.
I saw the play years ago.
Me too. I saw the original cast with Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth.
Really? I
New
saw
York.
the touring cast.
Oh, okay.
Jeff Goldblum?
What? No.
No?
You want to be Jeff Goldblum?
Or no, who do I...
He's the wizard.
Yeah, but he's like just Jeff Goldblum, isn't he?
In the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
No, he plays the wizard.
Okay.
You would be...
Yes, Elphaba, you're here.
I've always wanted to be a father. Maybe. I mean, you're a dad. The wizard's a dad.
There you go. That's my
But you're
answer.
not the wizard because the wizard is like a liar.
He's a liar?
Yeah.
I mean, I do prank a lot.
You do. You might be the wizard, actually. You might be. You could be Glinda. You're Glinda.
The Good Witch?
I think you might be Glinda. Yeah.
Is that Kristen? Mm-hmm. Isn't she a bad guy?
She appears to be a good guy, but on the outside, it's like, yeah, she sides with the bad guys. So that wouldn't be you, because she actually does that out of fear. So that's not true. You would be the Scarecrow.
Scarecrow?
Yeah.
What does he want? A heart or a brain?
He wants a brain, but the whole moral of the story is that they always had these things, but they just never knew how to use them or knew what they were.
So you're saying I'm dumb?
No. Well, I guess I would go Denki. No, you're not dumb.
Well, Colleen cast me as Denki for a reason.
Oh, shit. No, and then I just cast you as a Scarecrow. No, but because the Scarecrow is really cool. Like, he's like a good friend, and he's loyal, and he's fun, and...
I feel like these days I'm more aligned with the Tin Man because I'm like, oh, my back as I'm getting older. I'm like, I can't move too well. I need to be oiled up.
Oil me.
Oil.
I could see that. You're the Tin Man.
Oil. There you go.
me.
I'm the Tin Man.
Oh, God.
All right, well, thanks for the questions, y'all. Remember, if you want to ask us some questions, hop in them
Patreonies.
Back to the app. The teachers show up, reinforcements, Snipe is just freaking beating ass. And then actually at one point this was a pretty cool moment. This does really kind of showcase how powerful guns are, because like Shigaraki's like, all right, what are we gonna do? And like normally in anime he would get this whole like monologue out before he would be ushered away by Kurogiri, and he's like, all right, what? And he just like gets shot up, just interrupted. He gets shot like a whole bunch, and then Kurogiri steals him away. Like I was like, that's cool. Like
that was
Snipe
cool.
is just like, shut the fuck up.
Snipe had to go to lunch. He was just like, I'm done.
He had to go to lunch.
He is.
This
He's
is
like,
cutting into my lunch hour.
Exactly. He's like, guys, come on. Like you're standing over here. No one's doing anything. Like just let's go. Let's move.
Was good. That was good. And so finally the villains all leave. Heroes go to work. Okay, kids, come over here. All Might now has finally returned to Small Might, but we see him in a transitional phase.
Oh my gosh, yes, where he's like half Small Might and half All Might.
Yeah, we've never seen that before. Usually it's just like poof, and he's Small Might.
Yeah, but this one, like, he even had like the half of the hair sticking up and half of the hair flopping down.
Half-mast.
Yeah, he was half-mast.
It was so weird looking, because he's like still like big, but like he has Small Might face. That was weird. But so yeah, Deku's on the ground like he can't move his legs, and Kirishima starts to run over, and Cementos is like, "Oh, I can't go over there," and so he leaves. And Cementos is like, "Oh, no worries, man. I'm a big fan." But Cementos,
which is so weird. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Cementos knew about All Might's condition, because why would he, like, I don't know, he would just assume like, oh, this is weird. Like, why would he just be like, for some reason, I need this kid to not see All Might like this.
Right. But he said he's a big fan, so I think that's how they justified it.
But no, the fans don't know about Small Might. They just know him as All Might.
Yeah, but maybe Cementos is such a big fan.
Or he like recognizes that he's in a weakened state and doesn't want, okay, I'll take that. All right, okay.
You know.
Okay. That's fine.
I think that's how they justify it.
That's how they justify it.
I would, if I were writing that.
Yeah.
Be like, listen, he's a fan. He just knows.
He's a fan. He just knows. And then we get to see the bar. You squealed in the pre-watch.
My villain bar.
The villain bar. Which is funny, though. It's just a bar off the street. Like, it's not like some hideout tucked away. It's
I'm
like,
really
you just go to 333 Main Street.
And there's the villain bar. Like, I wanted it to be a little bit more grandiose, but it's not. It's just a little bar. But I recognized it, and I loved it. Like, the lighting and the bar just brought me back to home. It was great.
So Kurogiri flops Shigaraki on the ground.
He's like, here you go.
He's shot up and just bleeding. It's like, how is Shigaraki not dead?
Because he's already dead, isn't he? Like, I mean, he's decayed.
Is he?
That's my thought. I thought that he was decayed, and like the way that somehow the way he's staying alive has to do with these hands everywhere.
Oh.
I think. I don't know. Okay. I remember reading about it and being like, oh wow, that's cool.
Well, someday I guess we'll figure it out.
We will, probably next season.
But it's cool that the villains hang out in a bar.
I love that.
That's pretty sweet.
I love that they have their cute little bar.
They have their cute little bar.
They have a bar and they have a bunker.
A little bunker. Mm-hmm. Oh, where's the bunker? Is it in, like, below the bar?
I think, maybe.
Ooh.
That would make sense. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of show up in a bunker every once in a while, but it would make sense if it was downstairs from the bar. I love that.
But we get a little bit of villain exposition. We kind of not really learn anything, but we think Shigaraki is the lead guy, but he defers to mysterious voice, which we know is All for One. We hear Mark Stoddard.
Mm-hmm. We hear Mark Stoddard.
Did I pick this out because of my director brain? Like, are we supposed to not know who that other voice is?
Yeah, we're not supposed to know.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, that's Mark Stoddard.
Right. Well, actually, that's like an interesting
I feel like
question.
they should have like warped his voice or changed it more.
Maybe they wanted it to be kind of recognizable. I mean, they did it. You know what I mean? Like, they did it.
Yeah.
So maybe they were hoping or assuming that some people would be like, hey, that sounds just like the doctor. Or that sounds just like John Swayze. Like, you know?
Yeah. Well, we don't know who All for One is, but we've encountered the Doctor.
Right.
So are they just hoping that it's been long enough in the show that the average fan wouldn't make that connection?
They would make the connection, but the one that like watched it 3 or 4 times is like, oh wow, that is the Doctor. And then maybe later on it all comes together.
Okay.
Because it's definitely a thing, but yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Like, what is the intent for the audience to already know?
Yeah.
Or
I don't know. It was interesting. I was just like, that's straight up Mark Stoddard. Yeah, and so basically the League of Villains, you know, they're like, okay, that didn't go as we wanted, but we learned some stuff. What does he say? Go gather the villainous elite.
the villainous elite.
The villainous elite, and we got
Hell yeah.
Plan B.
We're about
Watch
to.
out, All Might.
Watch out. We're coming for you.
The villains are coming.
Arr.
Okay, before we get back to the heroes, let's do your
Oh gosh, that game.
your game.
Okay, so it's like the road game. You know when you're like on a road trip in America and you're driving down the road and somebody starts with A and they're like, oh look, Allsups, and like somebody's like, oh B, Bucky's. You know what I mean?
It's
So
pronounced Bussies.
it's Bussies? No, it's not.
Yes, they did a advertisement for it.
That's not true.
Look it up.
I'm not going to because you're lying. See?
Sorry, go ahead.
So, and that is combined with the Japanese game where you say a word in a category with starting with A, and then the next person says a word with the letter that ended with. So, for example, if I said apple, the person would now have E, and so they would be like eggplant. You know what I mean? So we combine them together. So what we're going to do is start with A, something having to do with my hero, and then I'm going to take, or one of us will take the
last
the
letter.
last letter and say something. And then we'll just go until somebody can't do it
All right.
anymore.
Who goes first?
I go first.
All Might.
God damn it. Todoroki. That ends with an
Inko.
Oh, snap. With an O. With an O. Inko. Ochako. Duh.
Oh, another O?
Did I just win?
No. Hang on.
Oh, Oh. Over the rainbow.
What? Is there
Oh,
Was it Obero?
Obero. No.
Obo.
There's a major one.
A major one?
That with an O, yes. Somewhere.
Overhaul.
All right, so that's L. L is.
Are you cheating?
Wait, no, I'm not cheating. This is something else.
Okay.
I'm lady, the big lady. What's her name?
There is a lady,
There's a lady.
but it's Lady something.
Lizard. There's a lizard guy. Lizard. There wouldn't be an L. There wouldn't be an L because they can't pronounce the L's. I'm not kidding. It's always an R.
There is a lady. There's a character named Lady something. Oh, and Megan Shipman's character starts with an L.
Oh God, I don't know who Megan Shipman's character is. Letitia. Oh, La Brava.
Yeah, that's Megan Shipman's
Yay.
character. Okay, La Brava. A. We already said All Might. Mm-hmm. All for One.
God dang it. All for one is an E. Endeavor.
R. Red Riot.
Red Riot?
That's Kirishima's pro hero name.
Are you serious? No way. With a T? Okay. T is for Tallahassee.
You were so
Smash. Texas Smash.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
close.
H.
H. Hagakure.
Oh, snap. What does that end with?
E.
E. Eraserhead. Hell yeah.
D. Denki.
Oh.
Kaminari. Still ends with I.
Well, either way, it's an I.
Yeah.
Izuku, duh.
Izuku. UA.
No, back to A. Did you already say all for one?
I did say all for one.
All for one. Alopecia. No. Oh, voice. No. I don't know. I think I lost. Did I lose?
Do I have to do an A
Yes.
to win?
Yes.
What? I don't have an A.
Oh, no. I think you won.
Nice.
God dang
They're
it.
probably screaming all these like this
I
A,
know.
this A, this A.
There's going to be so many that we could have done. Damn it.
There you go. I won.
You won.
Huzzah.
Woo!
All right, back to the show. We're back at UA, and the reporter guy is like kind of just making sure everyone's cool. And
reporter.
we finally hear Hagakure, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I was with Todoroki." Like, and
The
he's
whole
like,
time.
and what he says, "I didn't even know she was there. Like I could have froze her. Why didn't she say anything?"
Asui.
Suyu Asui, yeah. You'll get him next time, kid.
All right. Cool. Aizawa. Oh my gosh. I hate it here.
Well, so that's what's hard is you're thinking, all for one, All Might, Aizawa.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's hard
It's in
to.
your brain.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. Everyone's fine. No one is hurt except for Shigaraki, I guess, and Nomu. And then we go to the nurse's office where Deku's laid up, as is All Might.
As is All Might with his feet.
His feet hanging
His
out.
little rat feet just hanging out.
His little rat feet.
They look like little rat feet.
Little rat feet.
Yes.
And the reporter guy walks in. Yet another person who knows about All Might.
Yeah, I
Like,
know. I think they just abandoned that whole.
Yeah, just everyone
thing.
knows now. Just like, why not?
Why not?
Who cares?
He's been around.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
gets
celebrity.
it's
People
fine.
know.
Yeah. Celebrities get old. It's fine.
Exactly.
But yeah, All Might's worried about the kids. Everyone's fine, and just kind of like everyone's like, well, that was tough. We probably should work on the defenses. Nezu's like, I think we need to look into upgrading our defense systems.
Oh my god, he triggers me so much. Every time I see him, I just want to
Yeah, he's great.
He's so
great.
cute.
But yeah, it's kind of like, all right, this is cool. And so yeah, All Might's like, they underestimated these kids, and then it shows a little montage of all the 1A kids.
Oh my gosh, and they do their little
Yeah, they're little.
pro hero thing. It's like 90210.
Do I want to be a hero after all? That was scary.
I don't know. And then my favorite is like, what's her name? Momo. She's standing like this with a fist. Like the fist of pensiveness.
Next time,
Next time, you guys.
I'll pull more stuff out of my body.
Oh god, it's so gross.
And I'm sitting there thinking like, recovery. If UA didn't have Recovery Girl, what the hell would they do?
Oh, I know.
Like, if you're Nezu,
You have to have one of those.
if you're Nezu, you're like, Recovery Girl's really old.
Yeah.
What the hell are we gonna do when she goes? Like,
And why is Recovery Girl the only one that ages? Just curious.
what do you mean?
They don't age.
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
The rest of the staff doesn't age. The only one that's older is Recovery Girl.
I don't know. She just happened to be an old hire. She's probably been around the longest. I don't know. Maybe Nezu's really old, but he's a beaver.
Maybe
or
he's a
whatever he is.
mouse, so no one knows. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, this is the last time we hear Julie Erickson, I think, in any anime.
No way. Why?
She retired. She says something like, she says like, yeah, I'll excuse, him being in here again,
Yeah.
because you're in here too or whatever. But yeah, I think that's her last line in anime.
That's
Correct me
it.
if I'm wrong, but that's it for Julie Erickson.
Wow. She was like, "Peace out, Swan Song. Here we
Swan
go."
song. Lucy Christian takes over as Recovery Girl. in the
No
next season.
way. Are you serious?
Yeah, she does her old lady voice.
I want to be Recovery Girl.
I want to be Recovery Girl.
I could do
I
it.
could do it.
I'm old.
Ah.
You're just had a seizure.
Oh.
Oh no.
But yeah, then the end credits, we get a little different end credits. Kind of just runs through the highlights of the last episode, and then we get a little bonus scene, a little post-credit scene.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Deku's running. He's like, all right, see you later. And he's like, we got a taste of the villains, but what we didn't know was something else was coming. And Leah recognized, he goes through the city, goes up to the building, and it's Stain.
And he's just chilling on a cliff, looking over the city,
with
deciding.
his gross tongue.
I know, it's really disgusting. I don't really know what he does. Like, I know that he has something similar to Toga. He's violent and awful, and he's like the number one villain.
Ooh.
Yeah. But
is he the number one villain?
Yeah, like he's like it. He's like Mr. Stain.
I thought he was like an anti-hero.
I don't think so.
He's just a villain. Okay.
I think he's like straight up like dirty, rotten villain.
Oh,
I could be
okay.
wrong, but like
Okay.
I feel like Stain is like it.
But yeah, very excited for season 2. Season 1 had its ups and downs, but I thought it was a great start to the show.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna get better.
I think so too. And so this episode or this season was 13 eps. Season 2 is I think
25.
25. I think it's actually 26.
Really?
It said 25 on there, but I
Yeah.
think they were missing an episode.
Oh damn.
But yeah, very excited.
God damn, that's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
So with that episode wrapped, let's do the Kyle vs. Leah quiz.
Final for the season. Who can attack without moving?
Jiro.
See?
I don't know.
Like what?
The next two are whatever.
You already won. That's it.
No, it's all right. It's all right. We'll do it just for posterity.
Okay, fine.
Which pro hero / teacher prevents Kirishima from seeing Small Might?
Cementos.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's
God
your
dang
medium?
it. Mine was who saves All Might. But I don't think he saved.
Snipe.
No. I mean, I think I interpreted it wrong.
Ask again with more elaboration.
Basically the same exact question you asked me. Who prevents All Might from being seen?
Cementos.
Yeah. That was my question.
But also, Snipe stops Shigaraki from touching Deku, who was... So actually, it's Deku who saves All Might.
Oh.
In that moment, so we can say Deku is my answer.
All right, well, Deko's your answer. You already won.
Nice. Well, hold on. What word does President Mike yell to activate his quirk?
Dang it. He just yells.
It's a word, and you see it on screen.
Yell!
Oh,
Isn't it yell?
no, it's not yell.
It's like, yeah.
Yell!
It's something like that. It's like, yeah.
It's yeah.
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 Okay, cool. Yay.
Yay!
I got one.
You got one. You got the.
I got two.
You got two.
I got two. Okay, cool. What is Kurogiri's quirk called?
Called
Yeah, what's the name of it?
portal. Teleportation?
No.
I don't know. What's it called?
He says it in there.
What is it? What is it?
Warp gate.
Warp gate. Okay, all right. I like warp gate.
Warp gate.
Okay. Ojiro says he survived the ordeal with this tactic.
His fucking limb, like his tail. I don't know.
More like generic. Like, and
he
anyone can
survived
do it. Yeah.
I mean, I could see the scene in my head. Someone's standing next to him. It's the invisible chick. I survived it through avoidance. I don't know.
Hit and run tactic.
Hit and run tactics.
Yeah.
All right, you won.
Boom. Season 1 champion right here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, season 2 is going to be harder.
You can't just make all the questions harder.
Well, okay.
So like,
you're
you
right.
got your idiom, your easy, your medium, and your hard.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
We did.
Maybe-
We both did well. Like literally, I was 3 points ahead. So like I think I don't know. I ended up like maybe still 3 points ahead or 2 points ahead. So it was close.
Okay.
It was close.
That's close.
It was close.
All right.
You did well.
Hey, thank you.
You did well.
Did well, kids. Woohoo.
But I
so now
won.
what?
All right. That's the ep, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you liked our take on season 1. Watching it for the technically wasn't my first time. I watched through 9 episodes once upon a time, but I've never finished the ep before. Take one.
Oh, yeah. Take it. You have to pull it. This is Pez. There you go.
But yeah, it was great. It's fun watching this show that we're both in that's super popular.
It's cool because it's like you know these people, but you don't know them. No, it's like you, when you hear about people a lot, like you hear stories and then you actually get to see them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like all these people that you already know, all these situations that you know of, and now you're just getting to know a little bit more about them. So it's kind of fun. It's like, oh yeah, I know who this is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's cool.
It is cool.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. The next episode, we're going to do a one-off, just like palate cleanser episode. We haven't, as of right now, we haven't really decided exactly what it's going to be. But it will be a slightly different format, and just for one episode, just to kind of we finish season 1, we're going to take a slight break, and then we're going to get right back into season 2 of My Hero Academia. Where can the good people find you?
They can find me on the Instagrams at Leah Clark VA, and also on the Twitches.
Leah's been a Twitch fiend.
I am. I'm affiliated, apparently, which is great. Which is also Leah Clark VA, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. CST.
Boom. And so right now, you're doing Mondays are chill, Wednesdays Stardew. What's Fridays?
Friday's a wild card.
Wild card.
Just whatever I want.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, what are you doing?
You can find me, Kyle Phillips Fun, everywhere. Twitch, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sunday nights, also at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So as of right now, this is going to air next Wednesday. So tomorrow night, I am streaming something. I haven't decided yet. But this Sunday night is the big one. It's my 5-year streamiversary. And every year on my streamiversary, I do a big Smash Bros. Tournament with prizes and giveaways and all that fun stuff. Everyone is invited to come play. Just by watching, you get to enter in the raffles, but the top 4 tournament winners get a prize. That is this Sunday night, so come check that out. And I'm going to be on the front page of Twitch for the first time.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
You get to apply and all that.
That's so cool.
You have to become a partner. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, very excited for that. That's going to be great. Kyle Phillips Fun everywhere. Mostly active on Instagram, but you can find me on Blue Sky as well, Kyle Phillips Fun. And if you're listening to this, you can watch this on youtube.com/@KylePhillipsFun. But actually, on the advice of someone who actually works at YouTube, you can actually start watching this or catch up on this on youtube.com/@SparkandChaos, its own YouTube channel.
Oh.
So keep an eye out for that. And if you're watching and you're like, oh, I want to listen to that episode on the road, you can find Spotify, Apple, TuneIn, all sorts of places. Just go to those services, those platforms, and check it out. And if you want, there's also the TikTok, Spark and Chaos TikTok, posting funny stuff there, clips from the show. And if you want the episodes, if you want to watch them early, watch them uncensored, watch the pre-watch. We actually have video of us watching the episode beforehand that we react to. That's only on Patreon. Patreon.com/KPF Productions.
KPF Productions.
But all right, that's the end of season 1.
Woohoo!
Spark
And Chaos.
out.
Spark and chaos! Spark and chaos! A journey of thought.